Alright, I'm going to try to play through Starship Hector. The quality of the video is going to look very bad. I have been playing this game since April of 2021. Didn't beat it till October. Granted, I didn't constantly play it every single night or anything, but it still took way longer than it should have. So the key is to basically get a bunch of points. The more stuff you kill, the more points you get. The more points you get, the more extra lives you earn. And there's all these little hidden places that I've just found over trial and error. When you shoot them, they blow up everything on the screen that's on the ground only. It does not affect flying enemies. If we shoot these trees, they actually, well, I call them hot dogs. I don't know what they are. They give you life if you need it. That guy there is the first guy that gave me trouble when I first started playing it. I could not figure out how to get by him, and it turns out if you just hang out on the left side of the screen, that's all it takes. I'm not doing that well. The first level is typically pretty easy though, just after I've done it 1,000 times. We're about to come up though on a part that I struggled with. These red guys here shoot out little red guys, and they're kind of like homing missiles, and if you are not near the bottom of the screen when they come past you, they don't go off the screen and they chase you until they hit you, and it's a one-hit kill. But if you hang down pretty low, then it works out okay. Okay, now we are at the first level boss, and as expected, he is the easiest boss. So you basically just knock all these things out on the sides. Same thing over here. And then shoot these guys. Now there's two different bullet types in the game. There are these bigger bullets that you, if you hit A, it shoots those, and then there's the smaller twin bullets if you hit B. The A gun only shoots enemies on the ground, the B gun only shoots enemies in the air. And that guy was on the ground, so you can see here if I hit A, it drops him down. And B shoots straight ahead. So it's a little easier to see on these vertical scrolling levels. So this interior section of level 2 has given me trouble the entire time. Like I never felt like the end of the level, I never felt like I got good at. And I'll show you what I mean when we get there. Some hot dogs. So right now I'm not shooting my gun. It's one of the few reprieves I get in the game. You're pretty much constantly shooting. And it took a long time for my thumb to hold up to the button mashing that is required to beat this game. So this is the part here that I don't love. There's just things coming at you from every direction. And then this is the part that I never really felt like I got that good at. Oh. And it's one of those deals, sometimes I get through it without getting hit, and other times I die 3 times before yeah, that guy almost always hits me. And here's the stage 2 boss who sometimes is really easy and sometimes he's not. And what's really kind of annoying too is like sometimes it makes that tinging sound when you hit the enemy and sometimes it doesn't. So I honestly don't know if like what hurts him and what doesn't. But okay, we got him. This isn't a very exciting commentary because I have to actually concentrate on what I'm doing, but I will say that I think I've watched every video on YouTube of people playing through Starship Hector, and I've kind of pieced together everything that helped me out from multiple videos, and I'm hoping that this is going to be the new video that can help people through it. Ah! Well, I missed that. I try to wait as long as possible to hit those things in the ground so the screen can advance and reveal more on-screen enemies that it can get rid of, but in that case I waited too long. Some more hot dogs here. So I hang out over on the right side here, and I can dodge that guy and hit that thing, which is very helpful. And these guys, if you stay down low, they just fall off the screen. If not, they basically do a U-turn and come up after you. These gray guys that shoot down from the top always get me, because if you don't get them when they come down, then you basically can't focus on any other enemies until you get rid of them. And again, I apologize for the grainy quality of the stream, or of the recording. I have just composite video hooked up to my NES, so it's not the fancy HDMI stuff that a lot of guys are doing now, and girls, I should say. One more of these green guys comes down. Yep. Okay, so we're at the stage 3 boss, and there are 4, like, I call them satellite guys that pop up out of the ground 2 at a time. And I've never found out a way to get rid of all 4 of them, so I just pretty much take out 3 of them, and then just dodge the bullets from the 4th one and hope for the best. And this guy, you just shoot him in the eye, so it blows up. And there we go. Stage 3 down, we're halfway through the game. Okay, so this is one of the biggest cheats I found in the entire game. If you hang out up here, you can shoot these guys, they come up, and everybody else just flies right underneath you. If you try to like fly through the level, it's way harder. So I moved forward there so I could get that guy's bullet to come at me. It makes it a little bit easier. And then here's a last grouping. Shoot fast to dodge those guys, and now we're inside. Kill that guy and come back so we don't get hit by those. And so this is another level here on the inside where you really have to stay right towards the front of the screen, and until you know the level, you feel really nervous doing that. But you can take out a whole bunch of guys before they ever are able to even shoot a bullet at you, and that's kind of the key. I'm supposed to hit that guy. Uh-oh, this is not good. Okay. And then this is scary. You gotta really hold back for that flame there. And then this part, just hang back and then just kind of run for it. But again, we want to hang out right towards the front of the screen so we can get rid of all these guys before they can shoot you. Okay. Almost to the boss. Really got to mash the buttons here, so I get right up front. Oh, I'm not doing great on him right now. Sometimes I feel like I got a handle on him, and that time I felt like I was playing catch up the whole time, but whew, got lucky there. 2 more stages to go, or 2 more histories, if you will. So again, stay low. Okay. This is the stage that sometimes I'll play through it and don't have any issues at all, and other times I have to do it 4 or 5 times. So stay tuned to see which it is. And that sometimes that guy gives me what's called a Hector bonus, where you get 1,000,000 points, and sometimes it doesn't. And I never did figure out what the deal was, but usually there's one more that I can get, and I do get that Hector bonus. So again, not a clue when you do or don't get it. And again, hang back down and low so those red guys kind of come at you, and you just let them fly right off the screen. Is this going to be my Hector bonus? Yep. There's my Hector bonus. So get you an extra man. And oh. Wow. Okay. Sometimes that guy gets me. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the end now. There are a couple of little trickaroos over here. So there's a guy a little bubble on the ground I can shoot here, get some more points, and then we're not there yet. So there's going to be one of those statues that gives me the hot dogs right up here, and you can shoot it and get a couple of them. But then this guy comes out of there, and if you hit him, then all hell breaks loose, basically. Okay, so now we're at the boss. So it looks like I'm having a decent run here. I do find that the bosses are a lot easier than the actual levels themselves. That being said, now I'll probably end up dying on this guy. So you just kind of weave back and forth with him, and then dodge the little bullets that those things shoot out of the ground. And if you get that thing, I'm pretty sure it's a one-hit kill. In fact, I think most of the enemies that you hit kill you in one hit. It's the bullets that don't. Okay. On to the final stage. And the first part of this stage is literally the easiest part in the whole game, if you know to just hang out up here. If you don't know to hang out up here, then it is very difficult. So notice those fireballs can't hit me. Those guys I can get very quickly as they're approaching, and then those guys swipe right under me. So you just kind of hang out up here, and that's the first part of the stage. Don't you see that? Boom. Okay. So this is the Gauntlet that I'm most likely going to die several times on. So if you hit that red stuff coming out of his mouth, one-hit kill. And there is one spot in this level where you can get the little hot dogs to refill your life, but it's in a very dangerous spot, and sometimes it's better to just not get it. And it's right there. So I don't need it, which is good. Okay, if you can get on top of them, I hit the ceiling. So if you can get on top of those guys, it works a whole lot better than if you can't. There's just less bullets to dodge. Yeah, before I knew you could hang out up here, I probably died 100 times on this stage. I'd very rarely get through it, and if I did, I'd have like one hit left, so it was just I never felt prepared for this last section of the game. And then once I found out that you really kind of have to hang towards the front of the screen in order to succeed, that's kind of the key. It just feels so unnatural in a shooter game to hang out towards the front. And those blue guys on the ground, they do shoot their shells up in the air, and that's why I kind of hang out low and get them before they can do that, because if they start shooting those shells, I'm pretty much going to die. And I hit the ceiling again. So the problem now is that my arm is starting to feel fatigued because I've had to play this level 3 times. Which may not be great to get through it, but we shall see. So now I'm going to see, end up getting hit more than I'm going to get helped by this thing. And now, because I didn't clear all that stuff out, I got all this stuff to contend with on the screen. Okay. Yep. So, as you've probably noticed, no matter where you get to in the stage, you start back at the beginning if you die, which is very inconvenient. And on top of that, there are no continues. So that's why I've been just mashing buttons and shooting as much stuff as I can to get as many extra lives as I can. I think I've reached the maximum, though. I think you can get up to 6, and then there are no more to be had. And I'm quickly going through those 6 lives. Okay. So I find this part to be the hardest part in the game. If you hang low, nothing down here gets you. But then up here, you really need to go through that way earlier than you want. And just, I almost always get hit a bunch of times right here. And then my arm starts wearing out. So, let's see. Okay. We're at the final boss. Let's see if I can do it. So the first several times I did this, I hung out up here and was successful in getting rid of his shield. But then I kept hanging out up there because I was successful. Sorry, I can't talk and do this at the same time. Alright, so hang out here. And then, so this is the key. Oh, did it too quick. You shoot him a few times. You have to shoot him in the eye, and I didn't know that, so I was just hanging out up on top shooting him in the head, and it did nothing. So, I think I'm going to do it, though. Oh, yeah. And that is Starship Hector, and my heart is beating. Once you know how to do it, it's not that bad. It's just, I didn't feel like there was any explanation on how things worked on mine, so I wanted to kind of beat it for myself and have this video here in case I ever needed to reference it in the future or to prove to people who don't believe I could beat the game. I don't know why I said that. I don't know who cares. Anyway, thank you for watching. Be praised with your courage and so on. The Earth is saved. You go on the long voyage. Good luck. The end.